بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد. So alhamdulillah, for those who do not know me, I am Ibrahim Abu Tameem. I graduated recently from Soros University studying the Arabic language as a BA. Been studying Arabic since 2012. I started at my local masjid and I got the opportunity to go to Kuwait 2013. Part of my degree I studied in Morocco also. And in general, through my experiences of the Arabic language, I've been asked if I could share some advice, some tips in regards to learning the Arabic language. And I would say you don't need numerous amounts of tips. You need core foundations that a person should observe when wanting to learn any language. So what I would say is, especially for those who want to learn it to understand the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most important thing you need is al-ikhlas, that you're learning the Arabic language for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to understand the Quran and to understand the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is first and foremost. Know why you're studying the Arabic language, because this also reflects in the book that you choose to study. Why do you study a particular book? What benefit you'll get from studying a particular book? Also, I would advise that if you are studying a book, don't jump from book to book to book to book. You have one book that you study and you finish the program. Because sometimes you may see, this book brings this type of thing before my book. The author of the book you're studying has an order that he has put in place, or that they have put in place for you to study. So you will learn particular things at a given time. Not every book is the same, which is why when you finish the book, you'll realize those chapters that you was looking for, or you saw in another book earlier, they came at their time that the author saw that it was befitting for you to learn. It's also important that when you're learning the Arabic language, how often you have contact with the language. You need to be listening, reading, writing, speaking every day. You can't just say, okay, I've got my class once a week, that's sufficient for me. No, you need contact with the language every day. Even if you don't understand, you don't understand the words you're listening to in a cartoon or something, you keep watching it just to get familiar with listening to the language and hearing the language. And as you progress, inshallah, it becomes easier and it all start to make sense. Of the most important things that you need to do when learning the Arabic language also is memorize as much vocab. But when you memorize vocabulary, don't just memorize word lists. Okay, هذا كتاب مفتاح سرير دفتر كرسي. Don't just go through lists of vocab like that. When you learn vocab, it's important you learn vocab in use. Learn vocabs in your vocabulary in use. Put it in a sentence yourself. So rather than say kitabun and هذا, say هذا كتاب. هذا كتاب جديد. Put it in a sentence, put it in use. So when you learn any word, any new word, any vocabulary, you're always learning Arabic language in use. That is very important. You have to have a teacher. Arabic is not a language you can learn by yourself. You have to have a teacher. Why we say that? Because there's some ways that you can say things in your mother tongue. However, when it comes to Arabic, you can't just make a literal translation. Sometimes that word is not even used, what you find. Or the preposition that you use in your mother language, there's no preposition when saying that same sentence in the Arabic language. So for the correct usage, you have to learn from a teacher. Other than that, it's important that a person is patient. You have to be patient when learning the Arabic language. Don't expect to learn this overnight. Take time, put in effort, and inshallah you'll see results. Of the things that we advise, a person imagines themselves to be a child, like a baby. They say a baby between the age of 1 to 3 years old. When you look at a child around the age of 1, they don't speak. They might say mama, baba, daddy, and these things, but they don't ever speak where they have a full-on conversation. And what you find, the way Allah has created them, during that time they observe the speech of those around them who are speaking. So when they start to actually be able to speak and put those words together, they express themselves how they heard people around them expressing themselves. You see? So they imitate how the language is used by those around them. And that is very important, that when you are learning the Arabic language, don't be stubborn that you think you know it already, or no, it doesn't work for me like that. No, you have to treat yourself like a child and follow the program, follow the advice of your teacher that will mold you into someone who will know and understand how to use the Arabic language properly. And that is very important. So any book that says teach yourself Arabic, then throw that away. You cannot teach yourself Arabic. If you want to have a book that says teach yourself Arabic, you only keep that book to learn vocab from it. As for teaching yourself Arabic, no. You go to a teacher, inshallah. That's the asl. You have a teacher teaches you, and you fulfill and complete the program, inshallah. So also, I advise you to have friends who speak Arabic. I make a condition sometimes you only speak Arabic. Even if you don't understand, even if you're very slow at speaking, it will all fall in place during its course, inshallah. And a person shouldn't lose hope. Oh, I don't understand and give up. No. When you find that it's difficult, then you carry on going. And inshallah, Allah will make it easy for you. And if we'd mention obstacles that people find in learning, that is of the obstacles that we find the most, especially when we're learning Arabic in non-Arab countries, is who do we speak to? And me personally, alhamdulillah, by Allah's blessing, in our area we have brothers from Algeria. How do I say that? How do I say this? And they would help me. And they were, mashallah, the way they weren't those who were like, oh, this guy's just learning and this is boring, I don't want to speak Fusha. No. They actually took time and they assisted me in doing so. It's very important that you have language companions, people you exchange language with, so you get confident and learn how to use the language properly. Other obstacles, it depends on each person, to be honest. Me personally, I haven't experienced obstacles in the Arabic language. By Allah's grace and bounty and His favour, that which I know of the Arabic language is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has facilitated for me. And it just goes back down to, why do you want to learn Arabic language in the first place? Everyone's obstacles will be different, but I just always remember when you look at the Shaykh Tameem rahimahullah's explanation of Ajrumiyya, he says, اللغة العربية بيت بابه من حديد والباقية من قصب. They mentioned that the Arabic language is like a door, that is like a house whose door is made out of steel, and the rest of the house is made out of straw. In the beginning, it's difficult, but once you pass the beginning stage, everything becomes a lot easier, becomes easy. And obviously, Allah has made the Arabic language the language of the Quran. And as Allah said, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. As Allah mentioned in the English rendering, we have made the Quran easy to remember, so are you from those who remember? The ulama mentioned that this also means and alludes to the fact that the Arabic language is also easy to learn, as the Arabic language is the language of the Quran. So a person should have sincerity in learning, have a teacher, complete their courses of studies, and follow the advice of their teachers, what books you should study and when you should study them, inshallah ta'ala. And that is just a brief advice that I would give and share some points of benefit of learning the Arabic language. And everyone's obstacles are different. Me personally, I've never found obstacles that have really affected me or deterred me from learning the Arabic language. And alhamdulillah, that's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everyone's different. Some people find and have different struggles. Some people, Allah makes it easy for them. And it all depends on the effort that you put in. Arabic is an everyday thing, not once a week. Even though when I first started, I only had the class once a week. This was something I would do every single day in some shape or form, whether it was listening or watching a cartoon or reading a storybook for children. These were the methods and steps that I would take, inshallah ta'ala. Wa jazakum Allahu khairan. Subhanaka Allahu bihamdik. Shada la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu alayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.